What's going on, everybody? Nick and John here. A little bit of a change of scenery for this video, actually. Today we are at actually my place. We're on my deck right now. It's a beautiful day. Unfortunately, Baldman, we cannot record at. There's just too much copyright music. So what we did was we did a 4-pack and a 3-pack
miscellaneous.
Sure, mix match is what they do, but
yeah, that's better actually.
So we're gonna pour them in our little glasses here. Kind of show you guys what it looks like. So first one we're gonna start off with is Hot Summer Nights.
Oh yes, can we please get this one out of the way first? Crappin'?
Off to a crappin' start.
Cracking a cold one with the boys.
That should be enough to start out with.
Yeah.
There we go. And so this one, bit of a light, kind of like a rose gold in a way, kind of peach color.
It's a blonde ale, so it's definitely on the lighter end of things.
That's very refreshing.
Like, you're not wrong. If it didn't have the raspberry, I'd love this beer. But I hate raspberries, and this is a raspberry lemon, so I just like, hey.
To me, it's more so like drinking pink lemonade.
I see where you're coming from.
Like, it has
I
that
don't
little...
agree.
See, I don't mind raspberry. I won't eat raspberries, but I don't mind it as long as it's not like overpowering. But
no, thank you. Like, this is very light, and I would say it's very refreshing for people who would enjoy it. I'm just not a huge fan.
This is one that me and my mom love, actually, personally. So it's one of our favorites here.
Yeah, you two do love it.
So hop scale, though, I agree about 1.
Yeah.
Flavor scale for me, it's about a 4. Really, really good. I love it.
I would go. I personally am at like a 2. I won't say it's a 1 because you still have a lot of lemony flavor in there. And I don't mind that in this beer, but the raspberry just kills it for me for the most part.
I wonder if you could almost add more lemonade to make it more lemonade forward versus take it and to kind of take away the raspberry-ish.
Maybe, yeah, you probably could do that. I'm not, but you probably could.
Might be worth looking into something like that. So, moving on to our next one here. Put you right over there. John's gonna be happy with this next one.
It's the Honey Hush Kolsch.
So, Baldman, it's basically our stomping ground where we go to all the time. John actually found it out before I did. I wasn't into breweries since I've been able to drink and stuff like that. So he introduced me to Baldman, actually.
Yep. My family has always liked to try new things, and if there's a brewery in the area, I'd be like, yeah, let's go give it a try, get a beer, see if you like anything. Most of the time we find something we enjoy.
Alright, let's give it the old... There we go. Alright. Cheers.
Slancha. This is so refreshing, especially on a day like today. This hits differently right now.
It's beautiful right now. Like, today's literally a perfect day. We've been having extreme heat here in Minnesota, so it's like been
like pushing 100.
Almost uncomfortable. And then we had smoke from Canada's fires here for a while too, so of course that hit us too, but
it's, you know, it's like 80 degrees. There's some clouds in the sky that pass over every now and then.
A little bit of a breeze.
Yeah, there's a breeze, and man, this guy hits a little bit differently sitting outside than sitting in the brewery.
Yep.
Like, I admit this is one of my favorite ones on their list, and it's just one I get almost every single time, if not every single time.
Can guarantee you it.
Yes, you can. If you don't mind me doing my ratings first. Hop scale, I believe we both can agree, is pretty much like a 1, maybe 1.5 at most.
To be honest, 1.5 is kind of pushing it for this
Yeah,
one.
I was gonna say,
even for this one, like
I was gonna say this is mostly a 1. I'd say like if it's like you're really sensitive to the hops, like that'd be a 1.5 at the absolute most. But this is a very non-hoppy beer. Flavor, I would give it 4.5. It just sits great. It feels good. You probably have a slightly different opinion on the flavor, but
actually, now that we are actually having it like outside, it's still been nice and cold, so it's not like fresh from the tap, but still fresh in a way. I'd actually even give it a 4.2.
Okay, we're both into 4s. I think when we last ranked it, I think you're more in the 3s, and I was definitely a 4, 4.5 at least.
Yeah, it's like the more that now that I've had like a glass like this and outside and stuff like that, it just tastes good.
It hits different.
It just, I don't know what it is.
It's the fresh air. Fresh air adds a lot.
All right, let's go with the next one here.
That should be Dark Side of the Moon, the Porter.
Yep.
Hey, we're gonna be like probably ending on an IPA, so you get to laugh at the end.
That, my friends, is a thick boy.
Gimme. Yes.
Let's get this over with. Nick is not happy about this one. Oh my god, it's like fucking Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
I ain't giving myself that much because I already know what's about to happen. I do give them props though. Their can labelings are pretty cool.
They're so good. I love how... Well, first of all, let's have a sip. We can talk in a second. Yeah. He's going for round 2. He's trying to think the coffee flavor is not that strong in this one, so I'm actually kind of surprised by this.
Why does it taste different in a can?
Me and my dad, we've had conversations about this so many times. It's like beer will taste so different when it comes from a can, straight from the tap, or a bottle. And we've had discussions about how we prefer beer in different ways. Like,
I'm so confused, puzzled right now. Normally I would say I hate this, but it's actually not bad. Like, you get the whiff of the really, like, aged hops and stuff.
The nice roastedness of it. And there's definitely a coffee flavor. I'm not going to argue that point.
I get the whiff of coffee every single time. Oh, hello, little birdie. We have a live audience right now.
Yep.
So, this one...
And then he's kind of in the peanut gallery. Yeah. I mean, it's a bird feeder with just seeds.
Yeah, we actually have a bird feeder with seeds in it.
But,
we actually have a bird hanging out with us right now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought that was good enough of a joke.
But overall hoppiness, this one is probably about 3.5. It's up there on the hoppiness because you have more of a...
They're definitely roasted and you can
roasting
taste
it for like quite some time, so you really get that roast forwardness. But then you get basically a smoothness from it too as well. It kind of smooths out the tongue a little bit. I'm more likely probably going to have to rinse out the glasses just because it's much more dark, so it has a little bit more of a lasting impact.
That part's true. I agree with that. It's a little bit thicker.
I'll be damned though. I did finish it.
You did. I would also say I'm more on a 3 on the hop scale. Maybe because I just don't taste the hops as much. I still stay in the 3 range, but I'd say less than him. Flavor, I personally give this like a 4.2. I like this beer right now. I like this beer when it's straight from the tap. So this is one I like, but we all know, if you've watched these videos before, I'm a fan of the dark beers.
If it's done right, I do become a fan of it. Also, if you watch the Fat Pants review, which by the time we make this video, it will have dropped.
Okay.
Things took a weird turn in that one. That one, I'll say, took a very weird turn. John will even attest to it.
This is true. This is true.
But I'll see you guys in a second here. We're going to go get fresh glasses here.
Bye.
Alright, we're back, folks.
Yes, we are. Thank you for rinsing out the glasses.
Yes. Wanted to give everything a fair chance, so I don't want anything to be overly done compared to the other ones. Next round is one of my favorites from Baldman. Heart of Glass.
Mm-hmm. Also my dad's favorite, actually.
Yummy. Then at the end here too, folks, we will show you guys actually what the cans do look like, so you guys can actually get an idea for if you want to buy them. They, for some reason, are very select on what stores they actually do stock this in, so just be worried about that. Like,
it is still a small operation, to be fair.
yes, it is. Gotcha.
Bullseye.
That's just perfect. Hops, we'll both agree it's a 1.
Oh, absolutely.
There's like, if I wanted to, I'd give it a 0 even too, because it's like literally no hops. Flavor wise, 4.5. This is a very light, I'm pretty sure it's a blonde ale, is it?
Yeah, it says a blonde ale, yeah.
Actually, blondie ale.
Blonde, oh, well, bust my buffers, you're right.
And so, very light. This, in a way, it's like a Coors Light to reference and taste-wise. It's very, very light. It's kind of, it's a little different, but not a whole lot different.
I mean, I'd agree with that. I'd say it's, well, besides obviously better quality than any kind of Coors Light, because it's definitely not a light beer, but I don't know, I feel like there's a better way to describe it, but you're right, it doesn't have that lighter palate. Also, I put it down more on the 3.5 scale. Pilsners and Blondies, like, on this angle.
Ale.
Oh,
I mean, we're not wrong.
No, it's not wrong. Blonde ales, Blondie ales, and Pilsners are not always my forte. I enjoy them, but there's not my favorite sort of beer. It's very good, like, you know, I'd say this is a very good post-mowing beer.
Alright. Or if you're just in like a lounge chair, you're sitting by the pool.
If it's a nice warm day, it's like, I want something nice and refreshing with a little bit of extra, like,
zing to it.
Wasn't gonna go zing, but like, weight.
Yeah.
Because, like, this is heavier than, say, the raspberry lemon one from earlier.
Oh, the Hot Summer Nights.
Yeah, the Hot Summer Night, thank you. You'd say that you would agree this is heavier than that one.
Yes, this one definitely is.
So if you want something a little bit heavier than a Hot Summer Night, but you want something definitely lighter than like a regular lager you can get, this is a good one for it. I would agree with that.
Alright, so on to the next one.
Can we end with my favorite?
The one that I'm dreading, that's sitting in the back of our row.
No, that's a special guest. We can do that one whenever you want. But that's a special guest. I want to end with the one I actually will say I love.
This one there?
Yeah?
Yeah, we can.
Thank you.
I'll be nice. Next one is Psychedelic Haze. Now this is more of my spot where I know more about than what John does, because I actually started to enjoy these more than him.
I've never been a fan of these IPAs. It's also it's a New England style IPA.
Yes.
Oh, those hops.
You just turned into the Cat in the Hat from the movie. You're a dirty little hoe.
Man, I don't think I've ever watched that movie all the way through.
Oh, I have.
I think I watched like...
I actually own the DVD, and I own the video game too.
Oh, of course there was a video game.
Back on the PS2. Who else remembers that one?
Do you remember the Super Smash Brothers like clone, but it was all all Shrek characters? It was
Wasn't that for like the DS?
I think it was also for the PS2 though, because I remember I had like one of those old like, you know, like those like those old like magazine that had like sold video games and stuff like that, and I was like, you can buy this for your Xbox and your PS2, and I was like,
holy fuck.
I was like, at the time I was like, Shrek 2, I want that game. Never got it. I'm kind of happy I didn't. Anyways.
Cheers to the memories.
Indeed.
That's good. Hops is a 4. I'll be honest, it's very hop forward, aka which is why it's an IPA. It is a singular New England IPA, not your double or your triples. Very citrus forward. So if you're wanting to get into these IPAs, start with this one. You will get a taste for what you like. If you like a citrus forward one, this is perfect. Not so citrus forward, I'd probably say stay clear of this. Flavorness though, this is a 4.5. It is very flavorful. It's very citrus forward, like I said. I get hints of like citrus, so your orange, your lemon, stuff like that. That kind of grapefruit even kind of gives a little bit of a bang, but not gonna overpower you.
I was trying to see if there's any ingredients on here. Massively dry hopped with a blend of Belma and Citra hops. This juicy, hazy IPA packs aromas of citrus, melon, and tropical fruits. By the way, this is actually the highest alcohol content beer that Baldman offers, at a 7.4%. The second place is actually their brown ale, the Tupelo Honey, at 6.5. I think there might be another IPA that's about on a 6.5 as well.
Thank you, Vanna.
I'm not a blonde, come on.
Some days I wonder.
Oh, shush. Personally, I'd give this a 4.5 on the hops, because these hops are hoppy. I'm also not a huge fan of citrus beers in general, typically. Like, the last time I really enjoyed a citrus beer was when I first started drinking, and it was, excuse me, Blue Moon.
Oh, everybody in their Blue Moon. Either that or Shock Top.
Yeah, I had Shock Top a couple times, but Blue Moon was better than Shock Top. However, I grew out of Blue Moon in general, and
I
it's
think
like
everybody does.
At some point, yeah. Also, did you know that Shock Top had a pretzel beer? Thank you. Did you know that Shock Top had a pretzel beer for a while?
We got 2 live audiences now.
Tweet, mother truckers. That pretzel beer is not good, by the way. If they still offer it,
doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound like
it tasted salty. It was like salt. You know how like some people say like their beer is heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was heavy and then salty.
Ugh. Well,
yeah, it was not my favorite.
All right. John's gonna not be happy with this one either because it's another IPA.
No, but this is the deal I made if I get my favorite last.
I do appreciate the name of it though. I will give them that much. The Misty Mountains.
Yeah, that's one of the better. Well, I shouldn't say that. They all have good names.
Far over the misty mountains call.
Yeah, you can roast me if you want. I still have yet to see the Hobbit trilogy.
So, only reason I actually even saw that, my friends dragged me to it.
Okay.
I never read any of the books, so I was kind of just like, am I even going to be able to follow? I'm pretty sure I fell asleep through it.
Okay.
I think I got like 45 minutes into it, I'm just like, I'm out.
I read all the books willingly. Yeah. Oh.
So,
yeah.
another hop forward, 4.5 range. For me, flavor, about a 3.7. It's refreshing for an IPA. It's not as citrus forward as the other one. I was supposed to say for the baptism.
I didn't want to.
But it's a good palate cleanser. Citrusy.
Yeah. There you go.
I thought you were trying to make a Uzi joke out of it. That's why I was like...
Well, yeah, that's kind of the joke, but I didn't want to say that out loud. because that could get you.
I don't care. We're drinking beers, having fun, doing what we enjoy. So.
Well, that's also true, but at the same time, you know.
Cheers to friendship.
Hey, friendship.
Broship.
Okay. Also, I'd like this one less than the psychedelic.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
No, I'd give this like a 2.
Well, the next two I'm not looking forward to, so.
Well, 2 on the flavor.
I'll let you slide.
This is a 2 on the flavor. Definitely like a 4.5 on the hops. That part we agree on.
Yeah. And also, fun fact. You guys are going to get some very interesting content coming over the next few months because October I'm going down to Florida for 2 weeks. Along the road, I am stopping in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, where I will probably be doing a moonshot.
Moonshine?
Moonshot. Shot to the moon.
Yeah, that works.
Kobe did it, and look how he got.
Oh, no. Oh, there's got to be one person who's going to be mad about that comment.
Hate me all you want. You still enjoy the content. Moonshine flight. So, gonna be doing a whole bunch of random crazy in Tennessee. And I'm looking forward to it.
You know, this sounds like Tennessee in general.
Nashville's where that's at.
You know what? Fair point.
I can tell you that much because I've been there multiple times since driving down to Florida.
I've been there 3 times now. 2 times when I was underage.
We appreciate our parents.
Hey, to be fair though, those 2 times I was there underage, I didn't drink.
You ready?
Yes.
All right.
Gimme, 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 gimme.
What do you say?
Please.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad. This one's a shout out to all the bees.
Buzz, buzz. That was a very interesting buzz right there.
Oh, she dark and foamy.
Not as dark as that porter. Hey, fly, get away from the psychedelic. It's on the rim. How did that work? I'm still like 2 feet away, and it went away. How the hell did that work?
Sorry about the airplanes, guys. For some reason, my house has been on a freaking flight path lately, and I don't know why. Schlacha.
Nosferatu. Oh, shush. You can't say this is more hoppy than the Dark Side of the
I
Moon.
never said anything about being hoppy. I did, yeah. The taste was just, yeah.
Okay, I'll take the lead on this one. Hops, it's like a 3, 3.5. You definitely get a hoppy forwardness, but it's definitely less than like a porter.
This one's not as roast forward as the Dark Side of the Moon, but it's still been roasted and you can get the hints of it. So
yep, you can definitely tell that there's some hops roasted in there. So like a 3, 3.5 range, but it's definitely weaker than any kind of porter or stout you're going to find.
Yes, no.
Because this is a brown ale, so it's definitely a little bit on the higher end of the darkness and like the roasting, but it's still, thank you, it's still not on like the overpowering side of roasts. Personally, I give this beer a 5 out of 5. I love this beer. This is like, I think this might have been the first one I tried because I thought, oh, it's brown ale. I typically like brown ales. Let's go for that one. I was like, hell yeah, and I've just fallen in love. And I've been in love ever since. And I like to end my nipes. Nipes? Yeesh. I worked today. I've been up since 1:30 a.m. I like to end my nights, or nights in air quotes, because my night is like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, with one of these if I ever go there. So I love this. My favorite beer. I can't praise it enough. Now you can poop on it as much as you want, and I'm not gonna care.
You know, I can't really say that I ultimately hate it. I really don't. Like, for me, it's just more so it has a weird flavor because I'm not used to brown ales as much. So to me, it's still like something I'm trying to grow into in a way. So I'm still getting used to like a whole roasted flavor because I'm not one who enjoys coffee. Neither is he, but he likes the brown ones. I'm trying to get into them. I really am. Watch the Fat Pants. You'll actually see
You make a great stride there. You really do make a great big stride in that direction.
Yes.
I was very proud of him.
I ended up liking their Irish red. It was actually a very well done red.
It's such a good red there. But we're not talking about that one right now. We're talking about Bald Man, who doesn't have a red ale, which makes me sad, but you can't find everything you want.
They may try to.
Yeah, they probably will. It's one of those, like, famous...
You know what fun it would be? A Christmas red ale?
That's actually kind of genius. I don't think I've ever thought about that before. But you have to be, like, kind of careful about that, I feel.
Like, you want to have, like, the hints of, like, Christmas, but still make it a good red ale without making it overpowering. Because we all know Christmas as is peppermint, your eggnog, and stuff like that.
I like eggnog.
So, like, if they could do a red with just, like, some hints of stuff, I think it would be stellar.
Like a red ale mixed with, like, I don't know, probably nutmeg or something like that. If you can figure a way to do it.
Cinnamon, like maybe like a snickerdoodle kind of cookie style one.
I wouldn't be against that. Get away.
Like that'd be a snickerdoodle red ale.
I feel like if you were gonna do a snickerdoodle flavor, you'd go like a brown ale, because that's a little bit more of a heartier flavor.
Except for snickerdoodle is more of a light color compared to.
Yes, but well, neither of us are brewmasters, so
I think we would have fun if we were though. Let's be honest here.
No, we'd have all the fun we could do at a brewery.
I don't know if we'd get any canning done, but we'd definitely be drinking plenty.
I'll drink to that.
Salute! A little bit of backwash out. Alright.
The question is, how do we open this one? It's wax sealed.
Let me see if it's actually wax sealed or if it's just if you can actually pop it off.
Now, I'll preface this. This is something that Bald Man offers, and it's their barley wine. It is a barrel-aged barley wine. I haven't had it till the last time we went there.
You keep them occupied, John. I'm gonna go bust the seal.
I'll keep them occupied. I'll keep talking about barley wine. I don't know a lot of history about barley wine, but I do like barley wine. Now, barley wine is made of barley.
Gee, thanks, Einstein.
You're welcome. Now, this is one that surprised me. I kind of like my higher alcoholic beers and beverages in general. Now, this guy is a 10.5% alcohol content. I enjoy it. Nick is not a huge fan. But we'll get to that in a minute, because you'll see his face. And it's wonderful to see. But it's just good stuff. It's got a bit of a fruity forwardness to it. Almost, I feel like it's almost like if you had a plum that you like fermented. It's almost like plum wine. Except plum wine is a little bit on the lighter end, because that's like sake. Sake is on the lighter end. But a good... It's got a fruitiness to it, but it's also very heavy. Which I do personally enjoy. The reason why I'm stalling for time is because that seal on the bottle, not a can, it's a bottle, it's bottled. It's an actual like wax seal, so Nick has to go and cut it off. So I'm here to entertain you guys. I'm happy to be with you today. It's a lovely day. We mentioned that earlier. I am here without any shoes on. And compared to what my job does, it feels good because I have to wear shoes all the time for my job. I don't know. So, please leave in the comments your thoughts about all the beers we have today, maybe even this barley wine that's coming up. Have you ever had a barley wine or any other kind of high alcoholic drink that was not like a wine or a liquor, but specifically something that was more along the lines of like stouts? Because there's a bunch of stouts out there that are high alcohol content. I had one time, I forget the brewery, but it was a quadruple age bourbon barrel stout. It was, I believe, 16% alcohol content for a beer. That was more than a decent amount of wines. And let me tell you, I could only have about one of those, and then I was done at the time. That was back in the good old days of 2018. 2018? 2018. Nick has joined us once again. He has opened up the seal. And give me the bottle. Oh, yes, my friend. This is the good stuff.
No, it is not.
Also, you are aware that you left me to rant and rave for 2 minutes by myself.
But did you die?
No.
So then you'll be okay.
Will the audience be okay? It's taken all of my control to not just drink this straight from the bottle for 2 reasons. 1, I shouldn't, and 2, I still have to drive after this. So, I gotta be a little bit more...
Behaved.
Exactly. Remember, drink responsibly. We are not professionals.
But we know how to have a good time.
Yes. And also, our stomachs are already built like kegs, so we're okay. Big boys! That was a good high five. I'll drink to that. Oh, yes. Yes. Go ahead, clean it out with a heart of glass. Okay. Now this, like I mentioned while my compatriot was gone, it's definitely heavier. It's heavier. I find it delicious. He hates it. It's got that little burning sensation in the back of your throat that just feels kind of nice.
No, don't.
You shush. Now, personally, I think since this is a barley wine and less of a beer, it's kind of unfair to rate on a hop scale because there are no hops in this.
No,
But on a flavor scale, I get this like a 4.2. It's heavier than most stouts you're gonna get.
I give it a fucking 1.
Oh yeah, I'm aware you would give it a 1. You pansy ass.
That sure reminds me of church wine. I've been a sinner for most of my life.
Oh, that's right. You did mention church wine when actually not when we filmed last time. That unfortunately couldn't be recovered, but that me and your mom met up at, and you mentioned that you're like, you remember church wine? I'm like, yeah, I never went to church really, but I do remember that there was like those little like kiddie cups of wine for like
the little shooters back in the day.
Yeah, for the kids and, church.
But overall though, guys, Bald Man has a very good selection. They have a very nice, fun atmosphere, very laid back. The bartender people,
they're awesome.
They're really fun to talk to. Just like, if you sit there and BS with them, they like to talk and stuff like that. I mean, who doesn't? I mean,
yeah.
It helps their day go by quicker. It helps you also kind of get to know them. Once they start to kind of figure out who you are, they can kind of help make recommendations.
Hell, this is only half the beer they have. They still have at least 7 more, if not more in general. And go ahead.
When you guys are actually looking at this video, they do have a new one. It is a key lime light lager.
Right. No, it's a Kolsch. It's a
Kolsch, yes. My bad. I'll apologize.
Key lime pie Kolsch. Yeah.
I am one who does not like key lime pie. But that beer was very refreshing. It's very light. It does actually taste like key lime, so I give them props on that one. It's the newest one.
I agree on all those statements. I don't like it, but I agree with everything he said.
I wouldn't probably get it myself, but to the person who does like key lime, boom, there you go. Newest one.
And hell, there's still at least 2 more seasonal beers that aren't on the menu right now, but say by October, they will be. 2 of them that I enjoy. One is their jalapeno cream ale. If you've seen the Fat Pants video, or once you do, There's a spicy beer on that one. This one is almost spicier than that one. Excuse me. And then there's the other one, which is their Rocktoberfest Lager, which they do have for Oktoberfest and their, you know, celebration of Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Rocktoberfest. It's a lager. It's a little bit on the deeper end than, say, like the Heart of Glass, but it's definitely lighter than the Porter or even the Tupelo Honey. And I will say it is a solid choice. And like I said, there's still 7 other beers like the Eye of the Tiger IPA, which is one of the best names on that menu. Let's be real here. That's a great name. Because that whole, like, the whole brewery is based off of, like, rock.
Yeah, you got Fender, you got
Gibson.
Gibson.
That's 2 of the, like, the like the fermenters or whatever you want to call it. And then there's 2 others which have prints on them because you gotta respect the local rock hero here. And there's another one that was there's two more that are like rock legends, but I can't think of the names right now.
I think one's Stapleton.
Yes, that one is one of them. You're correct. I can't think of the third one.
Shout out to the country artist. But while we have some time, here's the logos. So here's the Heart of Glass. Really, really cool. Here's the Misty Mountain.
Classic. Can't go wrong with that kind of. Oh.
Psychedelic. Looks really cool if you know Haunted Mansion, you know Madame Leota.
Tupelo Honey, representing the bees.
It's all about the bee's knees. Here's the Honey Hush Kolsch one. Another really cool one. Like,
yeah, that's like detailed.
It's like so awesome.
And if you can't see on the camera necessarily, but there are like honeycombs around
in yellow, so it actually looks like it blends in.
And then
last but not least, this is the Dark Side of the Moon. You got the butterflies with the dark wings and everything like that.
They're moths. Moths are at night, man. Come on. You can even tell by the antenna. They have like extra like hairs on it.
Some of them have the regular eyes too, mother trucker. They're not all just moths on there.
It's called less detail from distance.
Should have had V8. But
we're not sponsored by V8 at all.
Sadly. But
who was gonna sponsor this content?
Appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. I'm glad we actually did get a chance to actually do this one because we do love Bald-Man. We do love supporting local around here.
Yes. They're even part of the Independent Craft Brewers Association, as shown on this bottle of the barley wine. And it's always good to support local, support independent, because we got to keep the big wigs on their toes.
Yeah, tell it to the man. Suck it! Suck it! So make sure you guys do subscribe for more content. We actually are about to record another video here. Ooh, there's that barley. And it's actually going to be Disney related. Now,
I just want to see your face as I was trying to mix 2 beers together.
Oh, we're going to do some experimenting here, folks. So,
actually, I kind of want to, just for the funsies.
Okay, before we do our end, I want to see this too, actually. I'm kind of curious.
Okay, this is a mixture of the Dark Side of the Moon and the Tupelo Honey. I just want to see how it tastes. I've never done this before, and this is
You're either going to ruin your like of them, or you're going to enhance it.
It adds a little bit extra of the roastness to it, a little bit extra of the coffee flavor, but it's still, like, it's a little bit smooth. So this is actually still pretty tasty. I don't mind this.
I hate them right now. But otherwise, guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Do you guys want us to do more like this, where we're at my place, where we don't have the music, and you guys can actually hear us talk, conversate, stuff like that? Or do you want to see the breweries? Let us know down in the comments for what you want for future videos. We'll see you in the next one. It's going to be about Disney. Make sure you enjoy it. Have a good day, guys.
Take care.